What is up? What is up? Awesome people of the internet. Guys, got a lot stranger in Indiana. We got players that are talking about who's the biggest trash talker, what's the worst run team, and the places that they would like to see an expansion. And Brittney Griner returned home yesterday. That and a whole lot more on today's episode of Quita in the Morning.
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Are you ready? Ready, set, go.
Get ready, get ready, get ready, guys. Let's actually just start with yesterday. Let's start with yesterday and let's talk about the game that was as the Atlanta Dream stepped into Phoenix and ultimately took down the Phoenix Mercury 90-79. Now, the most important thing that y'all need to know about this game was, yes, sure, that Allisha Gray is continuing to do her thing. She was rocking and rolling yesterday with 28 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists. She did a little bit of everything yesterday, and she was fantastic. So, sure, Allisha Gray, wonderful. But I'm not going to talk about Allisha Gray today, okay? I am going to talk about Brittney Griner today. Because yesterday we saw Brittney Griner get welcomed home to the Phoenix Mercury. The Phoenix Mercury is where Brittney Griner was drafted. It was where Brittney Griner played the entirety of her career, besides this year, when she made the decision to go over to the Atlanta Dream. When it comes to Phoenix Mercury basketball, there are some names that you think of quite a bit, right? Of course, you're thinking of Diana Taurasi, the player who spent her entire career in Phoenix. You're probably thinking of Cappie Pondexter, right? Someone who helped the team win a championship and someone who was just fantastic. I think she is the voice of the Mighty Mercury. I'm pretty sure she's the voice of that. You think of Penny Taylor, right? Who won lots of stuff. The Aussie herself, the one who has had a lot of success with the Phoenix Mercury. You think of DeWanda Bonner, who spent a huge amount of her career in Phoenix, now is back in Phoenix. And you think about Brittney Griner, the big woman down low who made her impact known from day one in Phoenix. Brittney Griner made her return to Phoenix, where she played 11 seasons with the Mercury, helping them win the championship, helping them get to the finals another time. The Phoenix Mercury, because of what Brittney Griner meant for them, they went all out with celebrations, right? They had a fun tribute video that was played, right? They had Diana Taurasi was in the building. And the reason why I picked this photo in particular is because I love this photo. Like, this photo shows 3 fantastic, close to all-time great players for the Phoenix Mercury. Diana, BG, and DeWanda. And coming into this game, I was like, oh, Brittney Griner is getting 20. Because when you play against your former team, it's one of those things where sometimes you have a masterful game. And that's what Brittney Griner had yesterday. Now, did she get the 20 points that I predicted? No. But she got close. 17 points for BG, 8 rebounds for her. I thought she was going to get a double-double, but she was kind of close to it. This was, I would say, her best game of the season. It's just something different. That happens when you play your former team. There's an extra oomph that you get. And to be quite honest with you, yes, absolutely. Did Brittney Griner feel the love yesterday? Yes. But also, the reason why she even went to the Atlanta Dream was because, the Phoenix Mercury weren't really sure about their future and weren't really sure about where she fit in the future of the team. And so she was like, you know what? I'm going to put my own destiny in my own hands, and I'm about to go on over to Atlanta. And so did she also feel some type of way amid all the love? She probably did. She probably did. SE is asking, I wonder why Brittney chose to leave the Mercury after being there for so long. She talked about it. She talked about having a conversation with somebody. I can't remember exactly who it was from the Phoenix Mercury before, I believe it was before she did Unrivaled or something like that. It was in the off season, early in the off season. She had a conversation with somebody from Phoenix, and there seemed to be a little bit of wishy-washiness on how they viewed her future with the organization. Now, I'm heavily paraphrasing, but because of that, she wanted to put her future in her own hands. All right. But yeah, she has talked about it, right? She has talked about it. She talked about wanting to kind of be like Diana Taurasi, where she spent her entire career with the Phoenix Mercury. But sometimes it just doesn't work out, right? Brittney Griner said she had an interview with Ramona Shelburne in May, and she said, quote, "Things change when the Mercury," the article says, quote, "Things changed when the Mercury informed her," meaning Brittney Griner, "before free agency that they were likely going in a different direction. Phoenix ended up revamping its roster by trading for forward Satu Sabli and Alyssa Thomas. Brittney Griner says, "I was doing everything as if I was going to still have that jersey on. Then there was a meeting right before I left to go to Unrivaled, and I found out, like, oh, it looks like they want to do something different. This is news to me. I wish I would have known way sooner, but hey, life happens." And then Brittney said, basically, "I was told I don't know what your future holds. After I heard that, it became my decision because I want to be somewhere where they know they want me, where they believe in me and my game." So that is the direct quote of what Brittney Griner said back in May when asked about the decision to leave the Phoenix Mercury. It's clear that she did not want to leave, but she felt like she needed to because Phoenix didn't necessarily want her, right? And she felt that, and so she's like, you know what? Let me make a decision. Right? Chloe E says, "I wonder if it's because the WNBA is moving away from traditional centers." I mean, yeah, there's not very many traditional centers left in the WNBA. You got BG, who has extended her range heavily. You got Brittney Griner, you got Kalani Brown, you got Tierra McCowan, you got Camila Cardoso. I think that's the only 4 traditional post players still in the league, meaning more of a the main sort of back to the basket type of post players. Even though Brittney Griner has taken steps to like add some range to her game, right? There's not many opportunities. There's not many opportunities to be a traditional post player and actually have and like continue to have that work. Again, Brittney Griner, Tierra McCowan, Kalani Brown, and Camila Cardoso. Those are the lone traditional post players left in the game right now. Though coming stage left next season, we got Lauren Betts, who is a traditional post player. And so like maybe with Lauren coming in, maybe that eventually spurs another extension of traditional posts in the WNBA and them having success. Right? And so, yeah, that's a thing. Oh, yeah, I said Kalani. Yeah. Brittney Griner, Camila Cardoso, Tierra McCowan, and Kalani Brown. Yeah. W. Brazil says you don't get more traditional than Betts, and she's my go-to number one for next year. Yeah, I do think she's gonna be a number one pick. Probably. But yeah, yes, Tina Charles too. Yeah, but again, similar to Brittney Griner, Tina Charles has gotten more of a bag. She has gotten more of a extended range type of bag. But yeah, Tina Charles as well. Right? But yeah, I just wanted to mention that. It was really cool to see Brittney Griner return home to Phoenix, where her WNBA career started. That was pretty cool to see. Now, I just wanted to mention it. So, yes, absolutely. We had Alicia Gray, who did her thing. She did. Again, 28 points, 6 assists, 7 rebounds. However, to me, the story of yesterday was Brittney Griner returning home, which I thought was very, very cool to see. For the Dream, it just felt like they wanted it more, right? They wanted it more because it was Brittney Griner returning home, and sometimes that stuff happens. For the Phoenix Mercury, the only I don't know what was up with them. They just that was not normal Phoenix Mercury basketball, in my opinion. Now, we did see the return of some players who have been out, right? We saw Satu Sabli and Kalia Copper are back with the squad, and so they were getting acclimated to everything again. So that was good to see them come back. And it's only going to get better and better and better for the Phoenix Mercury from here on out. But a thing to note is that Monica Koa-Makani, she is on concussion protocol, and so she did not play yesterday. And so, yes, you bring back 2 people who have been out of the lineup for a little bit, and then you have someone still out in Monica Koa-Makani. Again, full health is just a thing that the Phoenix Mercury have been searching for all season, and we'll see in about a week or so. Monica Koa-Makani should be off of concussion protocol, or maybe even sooner than that, and it will be cool to see her play. Okay? That would be very, very cool to see. Okay. All right. We will move on to the next topic. Chris says, you think Dallas will try to go for AZ so Paige Beckers and her can play together right away? It depends on where they go. I mean, I don't know. It depends. Dallas might not even be a lottery pick. Now, I want y'all to keep that in y'all heads because, yes, right now, where the standings are, yes, Dallas would be a lottery pick. However, Dallas is continuing to get better and better and better and better and better. And so I would not be totally shocked if this team winds up sneaking in the playoffs. I'm serious. The way the math works, they can still do it. And there is a possible pathway. Especially if we can get Enrique to consistently be efficient. Right? I think, it's possible. It is absolutely possible. And so if the Dallas Wings end up making the playoffs, no, they're not getting AZ Fudd because AZ Fudd is a lottery pick. AZ Fudd's a lottery pick. So it depends. But yeah, if they're able to get AZ, yes, you get AZ. Not just because I'm sure that's what Paige would want, but because literally AZ is fantastic. Guys, it's not like the decision to get AZ would not be like oh, let's make Paige happy type of thing. It's no, AZ Foot is legitimately a lottery pick. She is legitimately the purest shooter in college basketball, guys. Whenever you have a chance, YouTube AZ Foot, and I want you to watch several videos of her shooting. Watch her shooting motion. You all see how pure that is? Her shot is the purest shot in college basketball. Her shot mechanics is basically perfect. I mean, what team does not want that? I'm just saying. And so again, it's not a it's not like a charity thing of, oh, let's make Paige happy. No, it's a like, dude. AZ Fud's probably going, 2 or 3 in the draft. Okay? I'm just saying. I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying. I am just saying. Okay? Kev says, do you think she has enough size to defend and deal with the physicality? Yes. Will it be a process to learn how to deal with? Yes. But is she going to be fine? Yes. Because the adjustment period is real. So yeah, it may take a half a year or something, or maybe a full year or something. But yeah, I think she'll be just fine. I think she'll be just fine. Chris says Katie is her favorite men's player. I think it makes sense. For AZ. Go says Fud's health would be a concern for me given her history at UConn. Yes. I think that's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing. Kat says at this rate we could land her, don't you think? I mean, I don't know. Here's the thing. We won't know until the end of the season comes. We find out who does not make the playoffs, and that's how we find out the lottery situation. If Dallas is a lottery pick team, if they're in the lottery, then yeah, they have a chance of landing her. If they're outside the lottery, no. I don't think they will land her unless they do a trade or something like that, because I think she's a lottery pick. To me, she's 2 or 3 when it comes to picking when it comes to the draft. So, yeah. I'm just saying. So yeah, we'll see ultimately what happens here. We will see because she could go even higher if a team does not need a post player and they're the number 1 pick. And so, like, yeah, Lauren Betts to me is number 1 unless the team wants to go a different direction instead of a traditional big. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the thing. So it depends. It depends, because as Tulip says, it depends on needs too. It absolutely does. You're totally right. It absolutely does. Absolutely does. Okay, guys. Okay. Again, thank y'all so much for rocking with me. If y'all could, make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as well. Were y'all as excited to see Brittney Griner return home like I was? Let me know in the chat. And also, like, what y'all think about some of the videos that the Phoenix Mercury put out, and like just the whole celebration of it. Because I think in terms of social wise, I thought they did a good job of honoring Brittney Griner. Does a team have to do that? No. But I always think it's really cool for a team if a player was there for a long time, right? Especially if a player won a championship with that team, like it's important, even if they're not with you anymore, or meaning on your team. To me, it's always important to still honor them and show up and whatnot. And so, yeah, that's a thing that I thought was pretty cool. All right. And you want to know what else is pretty cool? Well, it is Shady Rays, because we are in the heart of summer. Yesterday, we had a very hot day in Chicago. Today, we have another hot day. It's a hot summer for sure, which means a whole lot of sun. And if you are going outside absolutely for a long time, you better protect your skin with some sunscreen. And also, guys, protect your eyes with some cool sunglasses. All right, and that's where Shady Rays come in, with shades that are not just stylish, but shades that are meant for real life. I'm talking polarized lenses, durable frames, and best of all, it does not cost an arm and a leg to get a pair of sunglasses. And also, guys, the wild part is, even if you lose or break your glasses, don't worry about it. Even if it happens on day one, even if you take it out the box, you put them on, and all of a sudden you get hit in the face with a softball. Maybe that's you. That was me on Monday. I got hit in the face with a softball. Giant here. Luckily, I'm dark enough where y'all don't see a bruise. But if I was lighter, y'all would see a gigantic bruise on my face. But anyway, almost broke my glasses. If I did break my glasses, and I was wearing shades that day, I could get a replacement from Shady Rays. No problem. If the glasses break, don't worry about it. It's all good. No stress. Tell them, and you'll be able to get a fresh pair of glasses on them. And also, guys, they have a lot of awesome styles. They got everything from women's shades to men's shades, even kid sunglasses as well, with just about every color and every frame style as well. And, as you all know, I have these because I can't see. And Shady Rays has me covered as well with prescription sunglasses, guys. And so, yeah, Shady Rays is eyewear that actually has your back and makes you look stylish with them. All right, so here's the deal. I've teamed up with Shady Rays to bring you an exclusive offer. Head to shadyrays.com and use code QUITA, Quita, for 35% off your polarized sunglasses. Try it for yourself. The shades that are rated 5 stars by over 300,000 people. That is code QUITA at shadyrays.com. All right, guys, let's move on. And yeah, guys, that's a true story. I really did get hit in the face with a softball yesterday. Not yesterday, on Monday. I really did. Hold on, guys. Hold on. 1 second. My dad is calling me. All right, sorry about that. My dad is taking the dogs to get groomed, and he called me and he was like, "Are you sure? Are you sure they got an appointment today? Because I guess the people can't find the dogs in their thing, in their database." But I'm like, they literally called me and reminded me that the dogs got an appointment today. So yeah. Mr. President and Princess are about to look very, very nice. Okay, they're about to look very, very nice. It's about to look very, very, very nice. Scottish, really? It's literally not even 10%. Right? It's not even won a show. Right? because we didn't even have one on Monday. So like, it is what it is. And I try to make them pretty entertaining. Okay. Crank That says Quita forgot to wash the dishes. She in trouble. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. Okay. But yeah, whenever y'all see the dogs again, they will look very, very nice. Very, very, very nice. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on to the next topic. And things are starting to get strange, guys, because the Indiana Fever are stepping into the upside down tonight, guys. Literally and figuratively. No, guys, I have never watched Stranger Things a day in my life, but I know some really awesome jerseys when I see them, guys. The Indiana Fever are debuting, once again, their Stranger Things jersey, which I personally, guys, I love it. I think it's really cool. And I'm excited to see another year of Stranger Things, kind of look and feel. I think it's awesome. I'm one of those people who, like, again, as I said earlier, I've never seen Stranger Things. I don't know the first thing about it, but I tell you this, I love the jerseys. I think they look awesome. Remember, guys, they've had these jerseys before. Like, this is not like the first time they've ever had these jerseys at all, right? This is not the first time, and I'm happy that these things are back because, yeah, they made a cool promo video for it as well. So I'll just kind of play it as we talk through this. But the Indiana Fever have debuted their Stranger Things jerseys. It is a fire collab. Like, this is how you drop a pop culture collab. This is what it is. It's like eerie. It's like retro in a way. It's very, very bold. It sort of screams horror in the best way possible. And the Fever, this is not the first time they've worn it. Like, when these first came out several years ago, back in 2011, I thought they were cool at the time. That was back when they had like Tierra McCowan and gang with the Indiana Fever, and I thought them jerseys looked cool. Okay, but they are back. They are back for the fifth and final season of the hit show Stranger Things. Now, guys, are y'all a Stranger Things fan? I've never seen it. I've really never seen it. But people seem to like it, and so I'm all about people, being happy about stuff that they like, and being able to kind of rock these jerseys, knowing the backstory. Now, I would rock the jersey regardless because I think it looks fire. Like, it looked fire before. It continues to look fire. It looks like the same exact jerseys that they had before. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. But here's the deal. The Indiana Fever are, kind of feeling a little bit upside down this season, right? Caitlin Clark's been battling injuries all year. That has slowed the pace down for one of the fastest paced offenses in the W. And without her, there's been some time to get used to things, and the Indiana Fever have had to grind out some wins just to stay in the playoff mix, which they are right now. So we'll see how that continues. She won't be playing tonight. So we'll see how the Indiana Fever fare against the team they're playing against tonight, which is the Las Vegas Aces. Guys, and here's the thing. This is looking a little bit upside down for both, I would say, for both the Aces and the Fever. Now, I already said why it's looking upside down for the Fever, but for the Aces, also for the Fever, you had, the short-lived Dewana Bonner time with the team. You had the in and out Ari McDonald, but now she's permanently in for the rest of the season thing as well. So, like, a lot of stuff that just, had to get worked through for the Indiana Fever this year. And for the Las Vegas Aces, guys, here's the thing. It's looking a little bit upside down for them too, because this is not your 2022-2023 Las Vegas Aces, guys. This Aces team is looking very, very mortal, guys. They're looking human. They're looking like they're not the best. They're sitting in the playoff spot right now, but they're struggling to find a rhythm. They got Jewel Lloyd that's still trying to adjust, trying to consistently bring something to this team. You got Chelsea Gray, who is not looking like the Chelsea Gray, the point guard that we know her to be. But the good thing for the Aces is they do have A'ja Wilson, who, yes, is still putting up MVP caliber numbers, leading the squad. That is really middle of the pack on both ends of the court. Right? And of course, you also have Jackie Young, who has been helping her out doing that. But the Vegas Aces have a little bit of momentum, a little bit of momentum, right? In the last, over the last couple of games, the Aces have actually gone 6-4 in their last 10 games, and so that's good. They do have some momentum by winning their last couple of games, so some momentum for this team. But it's been a little bit messy. For the Las Vegas Aces and for the Indiana Fever. Hey, Aaliyah Boston and specifically Kelsey Mitchell have been having a fantastic season so far. They have been having a fantastic season, and they're keeping this Indiana Fever team still afloat. So yes. The jerseys are cool. I'm happy that these jerseys are back because they were gone. You saw them for a couple of years, and then they were gone. Like last year they weren't even, they didn't even have the jerseys last year. And now I guess the contract was put back, and so that was pretty cool. Tisha says first 3 seasons and then couldn't do it anymore for the jerseys. Okay. Yeah, it was away. Like they didn't have them for a while. But now they're back. And I think it's a cool, perfect moment to have those jerseys debut tonight against the Aces, because both teams, they're fighting through stuff, right? And so that's going to be pretty fun. So the Indiana Fever, they're trying to prove that they're not just hype followed by heartbreak. You get how I did that? Like they had a lot of hype, a lot of excitement about them coming into the season, and then as the season has gone on, a lot of heartbreak for those fans. And also, guys, Vegas is trying to remind us that they still have some championship of blood flowing through their veins. It's still there. At least that's what they're trying to tell us. So both teams are fighting for something tonight, and under the lights at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, we will see the Indiana Fever take the floor in front of a national audience, and the game is on Prime Video, just so you all know. And we're going to see Aces versus Fever. So, guys, you might want to get your popcorn and maybe get a flashlight ready. Because this is about to be a game. Darn, I thought I had a flashlight on my keys. I don't. That was about to be a great moment of where I was supposed to show a flashlight. Have a flashlight shine, but I thought I had a flashlight. Oh well. You all get what I'm trying to say. So make sure to get y'all flashlight ready. Supposedly that's a thing with Stranger Things. All right. Ghost, thanks so much for the super chat, says, would love me a Las, I don't know how to pronounce that, Spanish jersey. Would that be for Las Vegas? I don't know. I'm not, I don't know Spanish. W Bazil says, I'm surprised the game isn't on ESPN. Here's the deal. It's Thursday, and Prime has Thursday on lock. Right? Prime has Thursday on lock. Okay? Ham says flashlight from your phone. Okay, let's do this again. Let's do this again. let's do this again. All right. Okay, so guys, make sure to get your popcorn and maybe a flashlight for Fever versus Aces. Okay? It should be pretty fun. Oh, that's for the Valkyries. Okay. Shows you how much I know. Shows you how much I know. And darn, we are, oh my goodness. Okay. All right, we are cruising through the time, and I do have a hard stop because I do have to go to work early today. So actually, let's just guys, let's just talk about whatever you all want to talk about for the remaining 5 minutes of the show, because I was going to go through the athletics survey to players, but I don't think we have enough time for that, because again, normally I'm able to do the show for about an hour, maybe even sometimes a little bit longer, but today I do have to go to work early, and so I do have to stop in the next 5 minutes. And it's not like one of those like churchy stops where I say I'm gonna stop and I go for like 20 minutes. I can't do that. I really do have a hard stop in about 5 minutes. Okay, so let's see. What do you all want to talk about? Okay, what do y'all want to talk about? That's a short topic that we can talk about. Oh, let's talk about Sophie Cunningham, who was fined by the WNBA. So guys, if you all don't know, when players say stuff about the refs, the WNBA gets all in their feelings about it, right? The league gets in their feelings when players criticize the refs. And Sophie Cunningham posted what I thought was a fun video. A fun video, I believe, on TikTok that the WNBA got mad about, and they ended up fining her some money. Okay, so I want to show that real quick. Let me show that for you all. So here's the TikTok that Sophie posted. She ended up talking about it. She said, "I got fined $500 for this TikTok. I don't know why this is funny to me. Like, okay, you get it, you got it, bud. Because there's not more important things to be worried about in our league right now." And I mean, dog, she's right. And I thought the video was funny. Like, I didn't see it, I didn't see her post it real time on TikTok, but like, I thought it was funny. So like, this is a voice overlay, and she's like at some refs. I mean, technically she didn't say at some WNBA refs, but like, you get the picture of what she was trying to do, what she was trying to say. But like, the video itself is stupid, or is it slow? Maybe it's useless. Stupid. Or is it slow? Or maybe stupid, useless. Anyway, I thought it was funny, but I guess Kathy Engelbert and the folks over at the WNBA front office was like, "Hey, that's too far." I thought it was kind of funny, because I mean, yeah, if you're watching some of these games and you're watching what these refs are doing, I mean, is it stupid or slow, or maybe useless? I thought it was a funny video, and I would say a pretty accurate video. But yes, you will get fined if you talk about the refs publicly in a not so great way. The clip had like over 1 million views on TikTok. But yeah, the refs are bad. But as I've said before, clearly the WNBA doesn't want to do anything about it, because it's the incompetence mixed with the indifference that makes the referee problem so bad, right? Yes, Kathy Engelbert addressed the referee issue for the before the All-Star game when she had her presser. However, it's more of we're looking into it and blah 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 blah. But at the same time, you're indifferent. You're not doing anything about it. Okay. All right. Kay Jackson says, "Don't call people stupid." I don't know the song, so I don't know if whoever made the song is talking about a real person or a thing. And I take it like, what you're doing is stupid or slow, and the role that you play is sometimes useless because sometimes when you're watching a game and you see a obvious significant foul right in front of your face and you don't call anything, and so maybe in that case you're useless in that situation. Bryce says the refs got to be consistent. That's all. Yes, but they're not consistent, and we don't see that changing anytime soon. So again, it's like referee incompetence in terms of the plays, some of the calls and whatnot, or non-calls, and then it's indifference by the league, which is a terrible, terrible, terrible mix of things to happen. Terrible mix. All right, and then Stud Buds are still doing their thing, and they are either about to talk to what's his name, Dave Portnoy, or they have talked to him, and a lot of people are mad about it or whatever. So that's a whole thing. It went from Stud Buds is the best thing that ever happened to the WNBA to what is Stud Buds doing? And Courtney's like, hey, I'm gonna talk to anybody. So we'll see. I need to check to see if they actually have had that conversation or if they're just talking about it. Because I think that'd be interesting to see what they do on that part. Will I actually cover that on the channel? I don't know. But yeah. Anyway, I gotta go. Clearly, the ref situation is, not gonna change because it is what it is, guys. All right. Anyway, I see you on the next one. I have to go because I got to go to work early, which means I am not gonna be able to find my background. Here we go. Here's the end broadcast. Bye bye. Thanks so much for rocking with me, and let me know what y'all think about what we talked about today. And also, I'm probably not going to talk about the Stud Buds Portnoy thing or whatever, but I personally will be watching it and seeing what's going on, and I don't think it rises to the level of real stuff that we should really be talking about here. But anyway, thank y'all for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.